We have actually saved every month over 200 euros just by switching. Living as a foreigner in a new country can be an amazing experience, but then it can actually be expensive if you don't know how to budget or manage your finances correctly. So today's video, I'm going to be sharing 10 practical ways on how to save your money without, most importantly, living as if you are missing out in life. It is not about living a stringent life, but no, really living a life that suits you or taking advantage of the things you have to live that life. Although I'm going to be talking about the 10 practical ways on how to save money as a foreigner living in Finland, these guidelines can be applied in any foreign country you live in. Before we get started, if you are new on this channel, I am going to encourage you to please do me a favor by clicking on the subscribe button and also on the like button. That way you will not miss any of the videos we'll be uploading. I love connecting with you guys. I love reading your comment. It's going to be so boring if you don't leave your comments. So throughout this video, I'm going to be leaving prompts. I'm going to be asking questions, and I hope that you'll be able to take the time to comment. I love reading, and of course you'll be helping others with your responses. My number one tip on how to save money living in a foreign country is choosing the right supermarket or places to shop at. This is a game changer. I used to shop at just any shop around me, and my sister also did the same thing. But then we realized that going to certain shops, now I'm going to be real, I remember I used to shop at Alepa, the K Market and all that. They do have their deals, but there are other shops that have the same quality of things, but then on a more affordable price. So I encourage you, when you move into a new country, you check those. For instance, we use more of Lidl, and we also use their discounts app. Now on Lidl, this video is not sponsored by them, but this is my experience. Whenever you shop from Lidl, you get the most affordable things, and also you get to collect the discount. So I encourage you, if you're not using the Lidl app, please do so, because I have saved a lot of money from the seasonal deals and from the euros they give you back depending on how much you shop. Especially if you're a family that you do a lot of shopping, you get at least weekly discount of 2 euros, 4 euros. When accumulated, you know that you are saving a lot. The other thing is, if you move to Finland, there are these cards you can get, like the S card, you have the S Bank card, you have the Lidl app. It is important to take advantage of that, because sometimes when you go to the shops, you will see things on discount, but you can only have access to those discounts if you have the accounts or the card. So it is important you create an account, use the card, and those things, the creation of those accounts or getting the cards, are actually for free. A pro tip is, if you're a student, take advantage of the student discount. Some of the shops you go to, they have about 10 to 50% discount for you as a student. Take advantage of it. Now, the other thing I do to save money as a student is I look at those shops in Lidl. They have the red mark where they say sales 50% off, especially for bread, veggies and all that. I take those, especially when you can preserve them in the freezer. By all means, use that. Now, I know that a lot of Africans, they want to eat the things they got from Nigeria, but there are some of those alternatives. For instance, if you want to eat the gari, when you go to the African shop, it is very expensive. I encourage you, buy the oats, blend it to your blender, and that gives you a healthy alternative for gari. So check the alternatives in the shop around you where you pay less, but then it's even more healthy. If you're the type that travels a lot with the train and all that, take advantage of early bird. So when you buy very early, you have a slash price. And of course, when you buy a bulk, you take advantage of the yearly or monthly, you pay significantly reduced amount. Now, the other thing is, if you work with the Vanta City, Helsinki City, or the Espoo City, there is this air passy. You can actually use that. A lot of people don't know what to use it for. Use that for your transportation. Pay for the whole month, or whenever, if you use the car the most, whenever you're going for girls trip and all that. This is what I do. I use the air passy as a payment, so that way your employer pays for you and you don't have to pay. The third way you can save money living as a foreigner in Finland is knowing where to live, which is the rent. Now, a lot of us, I see a lot of people living, as soon as they graduate, they leave the student apartment, even if they can be there. One of the best and affordable prices you can get in terms of housing and rent in Finland is living in a student apartment. So as long as you can live in a student apartment, please do, because you'll be saving at least 2 or 3 times the actual amount that you would pay when you live in a private owned house or a city house. The other option is go away from the city center. As long as there is a bus, which of course they have good service, use the bus, use the train, use the tram, but do not go to the city center or just those places around the metro just because it's close to that metro. No, work and save the money. The other thing you can do in the saving is that if you're going to be in a place for a period of time, 3 months, on Facebook there are people going out for exchange. You can have that for a relatively affordable amount. And the private housing companies, they usually cost more than when you get a house from the city or from an employment contract. So ask the HR. I know the who's they have an apartment where they give their nurses, employees to stay. And also you can ask for the city. You'll be paying and saving a lot. I know that we used to live in a private owned house. Now we moved to a city owned house. We have actually saved every month over 200 euros just by switching to a city owned house. So if you don't have the possibility of staying in a student house, by all means use the city house. The other solution is avoid already furnished apartment because they cost more, and some of the furnishings you actually don't need it. So if you're going to be there and you need only the table, you need only the chair, you can get that from the Kieratuskeskus, so the recycling center, for a cheap, affordable price with your student discount card added to it. So avoid those places because you just pay a lot. The other thing that will save you a lot is when you go and sign the contract, check if water is included and the heating is included. If not, you'll be paying separately. So check out for that. Electricity bill can actually be high. So when you are not using the lights, turn it off, especially that now it's brighter, summer is coming, it's spring. Turn off the lights you don't use and save your bill. Tell me in the comment section, how much are you paying for it? And what is the most expensive part of housing in Finland that you've noticed? I look forward to reading your comments. When I tell you that you can save a lot of money from meal prepping at home, and plus you're going to know what you're eating, I mean it. So you can actually enjoy the time eating out with your friends, but that should not be regular. Try to do your meal prepping. I also recommend that you shop at ethnic shops like the Asian, Middle Eastern stores. You have a cheaper price. There is one if you live in Vanta, Helsinki. It's called Spice Town. You get to buy things in bulk for a relatively affordable amount. The other ways you can actually save a lot of money is taking advantage of Finland's free activities or offers. So what I mean by that is that I wanted to learn how to swim. So I had contacted the private company. I was shocked to see that I was going to pay over 1,000 euros just to learn how to swim. I spoke to a friend, Chichi, I know you'll be watching, God bless you. I spoke to a friend and then she was like, oh yeah, I know somebody that did this. And using the city, so wherever city you live in, the Tampere, Vanta, Helsinki, and you actually don't need to live in that city for you to sign up. As long as you have the address, you sign up, you pay, you're going to have it. And guess what? I paid just 90 euros to learn how to swim. So there are the free museums, there are the library cards you can use to get free books, there are the planting. Now I got a hobby in gardening. That is free, like totally free. So if it is not free, it is significantly affordable. Take advantage of it. Go on the sites, go on the Finnish site. If you don't understand the Finnish, use Google. Google can actually do automatic translation of it. So those activities, those sites will actually help you save a lot. Now, a question for you. What is one free activity in Finland that you are going to take advantage of? Or what is your favorite free activity you're actually doing now? You don't know if I'll be interested and perhaps we're going to meet. Please leave that in the comment section. Okay, the sixth one to actually save money is to avoid paying overpriced phone bill. From my personal experience, it just happened in February. I had my phone service for internet with the company called Elisa. And one thing you should know is that whenever you're signing a contract with an internet company, it is for 1 year. They don't tell you because they just want you to forget. After the 1 year elapses, the payments, the phone bill is going to be significantly high. So I always check my phone bill. And I noticed that from a 1990, so 20 euros I was paying monthly, it came to 40 25, 35. And I was like, what is happening? And I called them, and that was when I knew that it had ended. So one of the tricks you can do is that you go to another internet provider like the Telia. That's what I did. I went to Telia and said I wanted to switch my accounts to them, and guess what, the Elisa I was using, they called me, they offered me a cheaper, more than what I was paying, an affordable one, and they said if I remain with them, they were going to send me a gift card of 70 euros, and they offered a cheaper one, so there was no need for me to switch. So it is important, be proactive. Once the contract is ending, go to a different company, and you don't need to switch, because definitely your internet provider will call you because they want to keep a loyal customer. The seventh way you can actually save a lot of money is taking advantage of the secondhand shop. Now, I know that there are some things that you don't need to buy secondhand. It's good that you buy them new. There are some things that you can just buy secondhand, and just because you're buying it from the secondhand shop doesn't mean that it's used. Recently, I went to UFF and I bought a trouser with a tape on it for €1. And that same trouser, it's the winter trouser, my husband bought it for 50 euros with a tag. So both of us, we have the tags. The difference was the shop you go. The eighth way to save money is to be strategic about the bank account you're opening. So compare different banks. In Finland, we have the OP, the S Bank. Ensure that you are not being charged monthly. Whenever you open an account and there is a monthly withdrawal for keeping your money, that is a red flag. Tell me in the comment section, have you lost money from having a high bank transactional fee? I'd love to know. What did you learn from it? Others will also learn from you. The other one is the use of Wise or the Revolut in transferring money internationally. The other way you can save a huge amount of money is using the student's card or membership. When I was doing my master's, I had the K-Market student account. So that way I got 50% of whatever transaction I was making, whatever sale that was going on. So take advantage of it. Ask them. You don't even have to wait for them to tell you. Some of those shops, they don't tell you. That is why it is imperative, especially in Finland, to ask that, hey, I'm a student, this is my student card, what do you think? You will be amazed at the discounts you have at shops you go to. And if you're not a student, we have loyalty. So we have the S Bank. The S Bank, you have 10% of every purchase once a month. That comes, it renews automatically. So take advantage of that. I intentionally left this 10th one on how to save money for this time because I feel like I wanted to reward you for staying until the end of this video, which is learning the culture of money where you live in. So I live in Finland, and one thing I noticed about Finnish people is that they are very simple-minded and minimalist. They embrace the frugal culture. The clothes they wear, they can actually wear it for every day in the week, and nobody's going to say, hey, you don't change your clothes. No, as long as it's clean, they put it on. So embrace the culture of saving. Embrace that and wear what you need to wear. And as long as it serves you, it is clean. Embrace that culture so that you're not going about showing off when your bank account is actually there crying. Relating to the frugal culture is planning for long term. Start saving early, start investing early. Use platform like the one I use is called the IBK. There is Nordnet. If you want the one I use, I'm going to leave that in the description. Comment below what is one thing, or maybe perhaps 2 or 3, 5. Go ahead, leave that in the comment section. What are those things you do to save money in Finland? If you've not seen the video on financial mistakes to avoid moving or living in a foreign country in Finland or any other place, I'm going to leave it at the end of this video. And of course, I'm going to leave the playlist where you find all other videos I've made relating to investing, finance, and everything I'm doing to change my financial life. Thank you so much for being here. Now I'm going to invite you. It is your turn. Don't make it boring. I'm going to invite you to please leave in the comment section. What is one tip I have shared that you are going to incorporate into your life? And yes, please, what are the hacks? What are your money saving hacks you have been implementing? I also want to learn from you. Leave that in the comment section. And you are also going to be helping others. If you're not already, please subscribe and click on the like button. That way you will not miss any of our future uploads. I'm going to be making a video on survey sites and even much more. I'm excited about the contents that are coming up and you do not want to miss it. So click on the subscribe button and see you all in the next videos. Thanks for being here. Bye.